Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad that you clicked on my channel. Thank you for being a follower or subscriber or just a watcher of Yolandas books. I really do appreciate your support. You just do not know how much. So how is your reading going? What are y'all reading? Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you guys are reading. Of course, like you already know, I love to get book recommendations from you guys. And we will just go from there with if I get those books, when I get those books, and when I read those books. So again, welcome in. My name is Yolanda. I am Yolanda's Books. And as you can see by the smile on my face, I love to talk about books. Lately, I have been tandem reading books between audio and actual physical books. And then I have the books that I am actually reading on my Kindle, which I'm just strictly reading on my Kindle. Most of the time when I am reading books on my Kindle, it is books that I do not have physically and just do not want to read on audio as well. And that way I can just get myself back into reading like physical books and not just reading audio books and listening to audiobooks and reading at the same time. I have really been enjoying spending time with my Kindle. Is either my Kindle Paperwhite or my Amazon Fire thingy that I have. I've had that for quite some time, or on my iPad or on my Kindle Scribe. So I have a number of different areas or things, devices, tablets, whatever you want to call them, that I actually use to read my books from. And I am so excited about that. I love having a lot of different ways to read my books, and it is just so enjoyable for me. I just really love it. So today, guys, I want to do a reading vlog with you guys. I want you guys to read along with me the two books that I am deciding to read at this present moment. They are on my shelves. I do not have to go out and buy them. So what we're going to do is we're going to shop my bookshelves. So come on, let's go shop my bookshelves so you can see what book I am talking about. Bookshelf number one, we are going to look on this bookshelf and I am going to find a book that I actually really want to read for this reading vlog. As you can see, I have a good bit of books that I have on these bookshelves, and girl, guys, it is real. It is so real. I love coming to my bookshelves and actually looking at my bookshelves to see what books that I do have, and mood reading the books that I want to read that I just didn't have any intention on reading. Just like I said in previous vlogs, I have my TBRs, I have my TBR cart, and more than most of the time, I'm actually like looking on my bookshelves and that TBR card is back there in my home library and I'm way up here looking at books that I might want to read. So today I'm looking at this bookshelf, y'all, and just to let you guys know, like down here, I have like a lot of my darker books, which means like they are more of like mystery books or like thriller books, but I'm not feeling that at the present moment. And then way down here, it's just like, I don't know, just random books that is down here. Right up here, I have like a lot of series books that come together. Abby Jimenez, Anna Huang, and I don't know. I'm not feeling that right now. I've read the Heart Stoppers, love it. I will never give that selection up. I have started on these. I think I've read book 1 and book 2 in this series. I'm just not feeling Chloe Walsh right now. Elsie Silver, this right here. Now, This book right here is one of the books that I put on my Instagram page that I will read in the year of 2025. I got to start reading this book because LC Silver has a lot of hype on Instagram, YouTube, all the things. So I will read this book, but I don't think I want to read it today. James is also on my must reads for 2025, but I'm just not feeling James today. So I don't know. Let me see. Now, y'all, look at this book. Now, this book right here is screaming just the weather that we are actually having right now, as far as fall, cold, winter, all the things. This is called You Again by Kate Goldbeck. So I think this book right here will be one of the books that we will actually read in this reading vlog. And hopefully I will actually really love this book. Don't really know what this book is about. So I'm not going to read the back of it right now. As we actually get started with reading this book, we will read the back of this book. But not at this present moment. But we said we will be reading 2 books in this vlog. So we got to find our other book. I wonder what would it be? Would it be a rom-com, mystery? I don't know. Let's go look at the other bookshelves that we have. All right, guys. So I am at another bookshelf that is in my home. This one is actually the first bookshelf that I ever put in my house. And when I do the rearranging of my bookshelves, I really kind of want this bookshelf to be like all the books that I want to keep and that I don't mind giving or letting somebody that likes to read just as much as me read the books that is actually on this bookshelf. So this right here was actually something that I got from like Target to just decorate the bookshelf. I really actually kind of love that. But that's not what we're here to do. We are here to see what book on this shelf that we could possibly want. So, oh gosh, hit it. I got all different types of books on this bookshelf, y'all. These down at the very bottom are actually books that I have already read and I want to keep. And y'all remember, I don't know, by the time y'all see this video, you should have seen my December wrap up. We read this book right here, Molly the Maid series, book 1. So with that being said, I think I want to read the second book in that series. So it will be The Mystery Guest by Prose. So this right here will be the second book that we read in this reading vlog. I really did enjoy the first book that I read in this series. So hopefully we will enjoy reading the second book in this series. So guys, let's start reading. Welcome back, guys. So it's been a couple of days since I have said anything to you guys. As you guys know, we will be reading 2 books in this reading vlog. I have started on The Guest Mystery. It's actually over there in my little book pouch, but I wanted to take a break from that and show you guys what is actually on my agenda for today for just a little bit. I want to start working on my 2025 book journal, and here is my book journal. And I'm actually looking at QT, reading with QT, and looking at how she actually set up her book journal for 2025. If I remember, I'm gonna try to pop up a picture of her video. It's called Setting Up My 2025 Reading Journal and Vision Board. So I will be showing you guys a little bit of how I am actually doing that, but I want to show you guys some of the things that I've actually gotten for my book journal for this year. I really want my book journal to be very personalized. I want it to be very colorful, and I just want to have fun with this reading journal because I have fun reading the books. I might end up buying another book journal soon, but there was nothing wrong with this one, and it is like a lined book journal or a lined journal, but that's fine with me. Next time I will just get like a blank one. Hopefully the lines in this one won't, like off throw me with how I want my book journal to look. So like here is like one of the pages that I actually did before I started looking at QT. But okay, a couple of things that I got from like the bookstore and Amazon and like in book mail. I got these decorative and decorate and annotate your journal or notebook. These are actually it says little books for good vibes journal tabs, 60 self-adhesive page markers. Y'all, look. Now tell me these are not cute. So I got these little guys to actually like put on my pages of the books, the journal pages of the books that I'm actually reading. And of course you guys already know, like I have the book stickers that I will be using to like decorate my pages with and things of that nature. This one says Cats Pizza Sofa Sunday Chill Fest. And then this one says Book Nerd. This one says Read. And I actually liked this one too, y'all. I like big books and I cannot lie. It makes you think about a song. What is that song that kind of mimics? I like big books and I cannot lie, so I just thought that was cute. And then I just have other little book stickers here that I will be using in my book journal. So guys, just hang with me for a little bit. I will be showing you guys a little bit of how I will be setting up my book journal, but I think right now I'm basically just kind of like taking notes on like what I am going to do in my actual book journal. So we will be doing that, and hopefully like I can at least get started with you guys here with me on this book journal. And I still want to do some reading, so we still got to do some reading. And what else we got to do? What I want to do, guys, is I want to do, like when I do videos like this, I want to do like some reading sprints in between me just doing me, like when I'm taking notes on how I'm going to set up my 2025 journal. When I am actually like reading my book, I wanted to do like some reading sprints with you guys. So like while I'm doing that, I want to have like a timer up there, and you guys can be like reading your book during that time, probably like 10-15 minutes, or like you can just watch me do what I am doing. So I think that will be a good thing to add to my vlogs, and that way we can get some actual reading time in together. So yeah, that's just my thought for today. That is what is on our agenda for today. So we're going to work on our book journal and we're going to read today together. So guys, just come on, join me. Let's get started. Hey guys, so I am home. Had a very uneventful day at work today. I actually really did have a very nice time at work today, if I may say so myself, with it being work. So of course, as you guys know, I am reading The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose. I hope that's how you say her name. This is the second book in this Molly the Maid series. I've only made it to like chapter 4 in this book so far, in between trying to read and actually be at work and take care of my lovely patients. So far I am really liking this book. With me done read the first book, knowing who Molly is, knowing who the hotel is, and just like some of the characters from the first book is actually in the second book, it makes it all worth it for this second book to actually come together. So Molly has actually become like the head maid at what is the name of that hotel? At that hotel, the 5-star Regions Grand Hotel. And actually in this book, there's a guy who is called J.D. Grimpthorpe. He came to the hotel to actually like make a speech or something like that, and he ended up having a mishap at the hotel. I don't want to spoil anything, but okay, so it's right there in the synopsis. So he comes to the hotel and he ends up dropping dead in the tea room floor. So I've gotten to that part, and the actual part that I'm actually on right now, which is in chapter 4, is like when the police officers, detectives or whatever, come to the hotel and try to like get heads or tails of like who was the last person to give him something. And the maid that is in training, that Molly is actually training, she was the last person to give him his teacup. So the lady from the first Molly the Maid book, The Maid, she actually is the detective in this book. And when when they seen each other, they was like, oh my God, like here we go again. So I thought the reaction with them was kind of funny because of how The Maid actually ended. But I am so enjoying this book so far. It seemed to like be jumping from here and there, because it's still to the point where Molly is remembering things that her grandmother did. So enjoying it so far. Like I said, I'm only 4 chapters in, so I can't say too much about the book or how, I feel completely about the book, because I mean, I'm 4 chapters in, not that far at all, but so interested in finishing this book. Hopefully I will finish this book tonight. And I do want you guys to read along with me tonight while I read some of this book. Hopefully I can get to a good stopping point before it's time for me to go to bed. But before I go, guys, I want to show you guys what I got from Walmart today. I went and got some bookish stuff like for my book journal. I wasn't actually happy with that journal that I showed y'all earlier, so I went to Walmart, and actually, y'all, Walmart sells the Moleskine journals. I did not know that they sold those journals, so I seen it there, and I actually got a plain journal. And what else did I get? I think I got like some washable markers or something like that. But let me show you guys what I actually got from Walmart pertaining our book journal that we are actually also trying to get started in this vlog also. Just one second. All right, y'all. So like I said, we went to Walmart tonight after I got off from work. I was looking for a few things that I thought I could find in Walmart, but I will actually have to go to Staples to get those items that I was looking for, especially since I got the blank journal. This is off the wall, but I did get some compression socks for like my job wise, and it says it's great for exercise recovery, mild activities, travel, nurses, teachers, and service industrial professionals. And it's 3 pair, and it was like 11 bucks at Walmart, pretty much 12 by the time tax hit it. Oh, I forgot, y'all, I actually picked up a book in Walmart. Picked up a book, and I was very interested in this book because I read If He Had Been With Me and If Only I Had Told Her, Laura Nolan. I read those 2 books, and I fell in love with her writing then, and those books were so sad to me in certain points. So I seen this one tonight. It's called This Song Is Not For You. I don't know if it actually stems from the books that she wrote, those other 2 that I said, but as I look at the name, I know Sam, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but isn't Sam like, wasn't he oh, what was his name? Wasn't he his best friend? I want to say he was his best friend, so I'm guessing that this one right here might be some of Sam's point of view. So it says, Ramona fell for Sam the moment she met him. It was like she had known him forever. He's one of the few constants in her life, and their friendship is just too important to risk for a kiss, though she really wants to kiss him. Sam loves Ramona, but he would never expect her to feel the same way. She's too quirky and cool for someone like him. Still, they complement each other perfectly, both as best friends and as a band. Then they met Tom. They meet Tom. I don't think Tom was in the other 2 books. Tom makes music too, and he's the band's missing piece. The 3 quickly become inseparable, except Ramone's falling in love with Tom. Oh, but she hasn't fallen out of love with Sam either. Oh my goodness, y'all. How can she be true to herself without losing the very relationship that makes her heart sing? Booklet says the giddiness of infatuation and first love. Music is the sound, most important thing. That was something my mom would always say. We stopped saying it out loud, but I think it all the same. The most important thing is love. Y'all, I'm very interested in reading this book. It doesn't seem like it is a very long book. I think it has like 200 and something pages in it. It doesn't even have 300 pages in it. The words are fairly big in this book, and it looks like there is a lot of dialogue in this book also. So I was very excited when I seen this book, and I just had to pick it up, guys. So back to the matter at hand. This is what I got for my book journal. The other stuff that I get, I'm going to either order them off of Amazon, or I'm gonna go to like Office Depot or Staples and buy the stuff there. But I did get some washable markers. I do not think I have some of these. I know I have colored pencils, and I have some marker type deals, but they're not washable markers. So I did pick up some washable markers. And then here is the book journal that I got from Walmart. I was very disappointed because they only had the plain notebook in black. They didn't have the plain in any other color but black, and I kind of wanted a different color than black. But I'm gonna look on Pinterest, y'all, and I'm gonna see like how I can actually like decorate the cover of this book. And I've seen some people put like book charms on like this part of the journal. So here is my little journal, and like I said, I wanted to get the plain print so that I can like decorate it the way I want to and just have fun with it. Y'all, I am so super stinking excited that I have this, and I am going to get my butt on QT and I am going to see what she does. I'm gonna get on Pinterest and see how they do their book journal and their book journal ideas, and I am going to go from there, guys. Like, I am so excited about this. There is something else I want to show you guys as well. So in my city, we have bookstores, and this particular bookstore has something going on for the year of 2025. I haven't got started with it yet, but the first thing in January says part 1. So this book here, I'm supposed to be done read part 1 of this book before January ends. I have not started yet, so I did pull it off of my shelf because I know I need to get it started if I'm going to like keep up with everybody else that is doing this book challenge too. So just an FYI, you probably won't see me reading it because I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this book, but I will also be reading this book for a book challenge that is being held by a local bookstore in my city. It's called Conquer a Classic, and this right here is like the little card that they give everybody so that we all can like be on the same accord or whatever. So we'll see how it goes, guys, but yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. Let's start reading, and you guys can read also along with me so that you guys can get some reading done as well. I did not get to do a lot of reading today, so I'm very interested in getting me some reading done, because when I don't read, guys, I just feel so off. So let's read. Hey y'all, happy Monday. Today is Monday, the beginning of a work week, and today was a Monday for me at work. So we got book mail. We got book mail from Target today. So first I want to show you guys the book mail that we got from Target. I have been wanting this book for quite some time, and I just decided to pick it up from Target because I just could not take it any longer. I want to make sure that this is the book that I was thinking of, and yes it is. This one, guys, y'all already know I got Annie of West Philly or something like that. So that wasn't actually the one that I wanted. This one, guys, I'm so excited. This one was the one that I wanted. Annie, an adaptation of Annie of Green Gables, sort of, by Catherine Gross. Y'all, it's a graphic novel, and I am so excited to have this book. When I seen a girl that I was following one day, because I just wanted to see the type of graphic novels that she was reading, when I seen her reading this book, I was like, I got to have that book. So I went to the bookstores and everything, and I did not see this book. I could not find this book. So I did find it on Target, and I think it was also on Amazon, but I just went ahead on and bought it from Target, and I am so glad that I did, because I am so ready to start reading on this book. So of course, you guys already know I have started on my reading vlog. I will probably try to throw in some clips of me doing some of the decorations of my reading vlog if I can. Hopefully I can before this video has to go up. But guys, we finished The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose. There is a third book to this series. I think it's called The Mistletoe something. Hopefully I can find it in the library and I can read the third book to this series just to get this series taken care of. But I don't know if I actually rated this book on Goodreads yet. So let's take a look at it together. There is so much that I wanted to do in this video besides just read books with you guys, but I did not get a chance to do everything that I wanted to do. So I did rate it, but I did not write a response on it yet. I rated this one a 3-star. I hope book 3 is a little bit more interesting or exciting than this one was. I did enjoy this one, and the audio made it all worthwhile, because there were scenes in the audio where, like, you know, they were being very dramatic. They were like hollering and stuff like that, and that made the book so much interesting. But this one right here is just pretty much about Molly, who became the head maid at the motel that she works at. And this time, versus somebody being found inside their hotel rooms, the guy J.D. Grimpthorpe, I think he died in the tea room ballroom. The tea room ballroom. And of course you already know, you know, they have to investigate it. They try to find out who actually killed this guy. And of course they're gonna point the fingers at the maid and all the things, because they were the last ones to actually hand him something. He drunk the tea. They thought he got poisoned. Just all the things, guys. And so that's pretty much kind of what this book boiled around. And listen, y'all have to read this book. So the interesting thing is the one who actually killed this guy. So that is the very most interesting part of this book. And I was like, oh gosh. Like, wow. But also in this book, y'all, it jumps from then and now. And I don't know, I think I'm kind of getting used to Molly jumping from where she is now to where she started out when she was actually with her grandmother. Of course, Molly was with her grandmother. Her grandmother taught her all different kind of things about how to clean and how to be a maid. And when Molly got up to a certain age or whatever, she did exactly what her and her grandmother did, and it's just paying off for her in the head maid realm. So I did rate this book a 3-star. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. I personally feel like Molly the maid, the first book, is very much more interesting than this book was. So I want to get the last book, and I hope that the last book is like the first book, and you know, it just has a lot of interesting points to it. But I did read that one in one day, and it was just a nice book. I cannot say it was not a good book. You know, I do rate my books harshly because that's just Yolanda's books thing. So we started reading our second book. Remember, it was You Again by Kate Goldbeck. We started reading this one yesterday. No, we started reading it today. I have not gotten too far into this book yet, y'all. So I cannot tell you guys how I feel about this book as of yet. So we're going to read some more of this book tonight. And then hopefully tomorrow sometime I will be able to at least tell you guys how I feel about this book, regardless if I finish this book or not. So let's start reading this book. I do want to get in some time of me doing some of my journal work. So I don't know how I'm gonna get it all done. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I'll just come back and just let you guys know how I felt about You Again by Kate Goldbeck. So guys, let's start reading so that I can tell you guys how I feel about this book. It has started out very good. The people in the beginning of this book, Ari and Josh, like, they are very strong-minded people. They have like a very demanding demeanor, or like a very outspoken demeanor. And so I don't know, maybe this book will be pretty good, but I'm not sure. It says, when Ari and Josh first met, the wrong kind of sparks fly. They hate each other instantly. A free-spirited, struggling comedian, Ari likes to keep things casual and never sleep over after hooking up. Oh yeah, that was one of the things that they said in the beginning of this book too. Josh asked her, like, because she said she liked to wake up in her own bed, and he's like, so after you have sex with people, you just up and leave. And she said, well, it's no different than them having sex here, and you know, they just, you know, I make sure that they leave. That was just crazy to me. So obviously, like, she just had one night stands. Josh, a born and bred New Yorker, has ambitious plans to take the culinary world by storm and find the one. They have absolutely nothing in common except that they happen to be sleeping with the same woman. Ari and Josh never expect their paths to cross again. But years later, as they're both reeling from eager, bruising breakups, a chance encounter leads to surprisingly friendship. Turns out spending time with your former nemesis is fun when you're too sad to hate each other and too sad to hate sex. As friends without benefits, they find comfort in late night Netflix bingings, sweeping through each other's online dating profile and bickering across brewers until one night the unspoken boundaries of their platonic relationship began to blur. With sharp observations and look, y'all, I'm tired. With sharp observation and sizzling chemistry, You Again explores the dynamics of co-friendship in this irresistible romantic comedy of modern love in all its forms. So hopefully this book will be good, guys. Christina Lauren said a romantic song in perfect pitch. and she seems to write really nice books, and that is about the only author that I see on here that I know that said something about this book. Some of them said a master class of banter, a rom-com classic in the making, like watching a favorite Nora European movie, cracking with wit and chemistry. So hopefully this book will be good. I love the cover of this book. I think the cover of this book is just so speaking the actual season that we're in. But guys, I just want to relax and I just want to read a book. So let's start reading You Again. right, guys, so I am in chapter 3 of this book, You Again, and Josh kind of like making me feel like, dude, is it really this serious? To the point of you being so mean. Like, he is being so mean, y'all. And I'm thinking that because, like, it says, like, chapter 3 says, like, 3 years later. And I don't know what chapter 2 says. But it's just that, like, what did chapter 2 say? 3 years later. Each one of them seem like they're saying 3 years later, like, when the chapter actually begins. But Josh is being so mean. I understand that chefs, they have to actually make sure that their, restaurant is ran at tip top shape. Make sure that the food is always good when it comes out. Just all the things of being a chef of a restaurant. I get that. Because if people don't like the food, people don't come. I do get that. But with Josh firing another chef or another cook because of one wrong meal, and then on top of that, y'all, she cooked it the way he said cook it. She said she wanted 10 minutes. He said all she needed was 8. So when the food went out, it was undercooked. She did it the way he said do it, and it was wrong. He gets mad with her, and then she's not the type to just take what people say and just, okay, yes, sir, this, that, and the other. Raya, I think that was her name. So she gets back with him in a way, and he fires her. And I'm guessing, to my understanding, just by reading this book, I'm thinking that she is actually Ari's friend. And y'all remember, Ari is the one in the very beginning of the story where when Josh came over to his girlfriend's house to cook, she was her roommate. And it boiled down to that they were actually sleeping with the same person. So with it going 3 years here, 3 years here, I don't know. It's kind of getting me confused, but not confused yet because, like, I'm not that far into the book. But as of right now, Josh needs to take a chill pill. And I mean a big one. So, guys, this is what I usually do at the end of a night when I just want to be in bed, but I want to finish a book that I have actually been reading. So, I do have the book right here in hand, but I am also listening to it on audio, which, like, that is just what I do I do it any time of the day, but at night I usually just like have the book beside me and I listen to the audio book of that book just so that I can get some reading time in before it's time for me to go to bed. Tonight I'm actually waiting for my kid to come home before I just like close my eyes, even though I have to go to work in the morning. But I just don't feel like it is, I don't feel like I'll be able to rest if I don't wait for her to come in before I actually go to sleep, unless I'm just not feeling good and I just happen to fall asleep. But hopefully I'll be able to finish over half of this book tonight before I go to sleep. 21% in now. And again, it's starting to pick up for me. The first book I ever read by Kate Goldbeck. So hopefully y'all enjoy this book. And I really don't know what the next book is that I am going to like dip my hands into. I know I have this book pouch, and y'all, I got this book pouch from Bam, and I love it. Like, I got 3 books in here. So it is like, you know, it stretches or whatever. So I do have in this book, it's hard to do stuff when you're laying down. So I have this book in the book pouch, so I really want to get to this and read it because I really have been enjoying a Tessa Bailey book. And then this is a library book, so I have to return it by a certain time. And of course, as y'all know, I am a graphic novels girly, so I do have this one also in my little book pouch that I want to make sure I read. As y'all know, like I showed y'all today, I got Annie of Green Gables, the adaptation of that book, and I have this one in there. I want to be able to read this one. This is actually the only volume that I have of Five Nights at Freddy's. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. My baby girl told me about this graphic novel, so I will get into this one and see if like I want to get the other volumes to that book. And then guys, this is a Jodi Picoult book that I seen one of the people that I follow on YouTube. She was talking about this book. This was a book that her and her book club actually read and spoke of. So I decided to look up this book to see what this book is about, and it was very interesting for me, so I bought it. I could have bought it from Amazon, but I am a very, at times, impatient online shopper. So I went to Bam and I bought this book. I think it was probably like $10 more or whatever than I would have got it on Amazon. And that's something that I want to do too, guys. I want to actually start buying more books on Amazon so I can be doing some book hauls with you guys from Amazon, because I would love to like collab with Amazon and like show off their products and stuff like that. I'm looking so forward to this year having some kind of collaboration going on, getting on somebody's PR list, and just all the things hopefully that can happen for me in 2025 when I set up my goals for 2025 in one of my journals. Hopefully that will come up as either in 2025 or sometime soon. But anyway, this one is called Small Great Things, and I am so interested in being able to actually get into this one, y'all, because from what I read, it's basically about a black nurse who is a labor and delivery nurse, and she came encounter with a white supremacist family. They did not want her to touch their kid. And then it was like one night she was the only one there, and that actual kid went through distress. So I'm very interested to see like what she did. How did it pan out? Because by reading the back of this book, it sounds like she had to actually go through a trial about whatever happened to the kid in this book. So I am very interested in reading this book. I want to say this book might be a tearjerker for me. It might hit in the right places because I am a respiratory therapist, and I have not encountered something of this magnitude from just by reading the book, but I have encountered some, to a certain extent, like, you know, people who want to like deny me to take care of them, or you know, things of that nature. So they're very interested in reading this book and talking about this book with you guys. So good night, y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, happy Tuesday. So I did my best to finish the books that we picked out to read for this reading vlog, but I did not get a chance to finish You Again by Kate Goldbeck. I think I'm on like chapter, what? So I'm on chapter 9 in this book, and there is like 30 chapters in this book, 31, possibly 32. So I am like nowhere near finishing this book, but the book so far has been so interesting. Ari and Josh, like their lives are like a roller coaster to me. I am really enjoying the story, the banter of this book, and I think that is going to be a really good book, y'all. I am very sad that I have not been able to finish it before this reading vlog was done, but I had to work in between doing all of this, and I just got through it the best that I can. But I am very interested and excited to finish this book up tonight, hopefully, because I don't have to get up and go to work in the morning, so I will be kind of like staying up late to finish this book. And about my book journal, I am so excited, y'all. I am actually going to start on my book journal tomorrow, so I will probably do some little Instagram pics or little reels on, you know, like how I do my book journal. And then again, I don't know, I'm thinking about like going live on YouTube tomorrow to just so that you guys can like talk to me about my book journal, so we can just talk basically. So I don't know, guys, I'm actually tired. I have been working 6 days in a row. Today is Tuesday, but today is my Friday, and I am so glad that I don't have to get up and go to work in the morning. And I'm so glad I can stay up late to actually read this book or finish this book. So there was another book that I actually started reading as well on my Kindle. And guys, drop it out in the comments and let me know if you feel feel the same way that I do about playlist. Like, how do you guys feel about playlists? I started listening to this playlist for this book, and oh my god, y'all, the playlist goes straight with the book. Like, wow. So anyway, guys, I am going to end this vlog on this note. I have not given a rating on this book because I have not finished it. Hopefully we could do another reading vlog during the time that I'm not actually working, so that we can do a whole lot more reading together and talking about the books that we read. But guys, I really did enjoy you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.